Nice work there setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps, even then one was more than enough. Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off any one trap was more than enough. Ain't that cool. The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Alright, how was Rika-chan doing? How was our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood at the table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was, you know, that battery-powered fishing game. No, I don't know what that is. But the music alone tells me what it's like. The one where the fish opened and closed their mouths as they rotated on the platform, and you used a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up. That old thing. Seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it became an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. Wow, I caught one! You're so good! Rika-chan, you're good at this! Oh my, she caught another one! Rika-chan is really good at this! I knew that Rika had already charmed their opponents along with the onlookers, but the match had even begun yet. Before. But brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. It's Rika-chan's total victory. Total victory. Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fishing. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard. It's a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah, masterful technique. Watabaru-san, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Guess it is. 2. Filing for tax evasion. Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game, what an unseemingly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing. Huh, Keiichi-kun, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Okamura, right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. About 980, I guess. How much money do you have, Tomita? I have 80. I'm still close enough to turn this around. Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million. Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have? Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust at his club president. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. How pathetic. At one point I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Don't give up, Keiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best. Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, Mion. It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. What do you mean by serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? Yes, of course. What else would I mean? How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from when you started. Mi-chan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had been an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around the table. Damn it, are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious. Everyone was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh. Should we continue this game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume the play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. Mayabara-kun, should I take that you mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, I unlocked my god sensation. As my true god powers came out, I spun the spinner and somehow broke it off of it, and it landed on 2,000, and I won. The demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you. I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said, or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey Mayabara-san, no violence. Let's settle this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? 50,000 yen prize? Well, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win. What are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice? That's petty. So petty. You guys stupid. Then how will you enjoy it if you win, Mayabara-san? Me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to control the other club members around. First of all, Tomita-kun. You like Satoko, right? Don't deny it. Next, Okamura-kun. You like Rika, right? Don't turn red. I drew the two of them red-faced and conscious of whether anyone else heard what I just said, even closer. Lollies, moe, pretty girls, what men covet, what men dream about. It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden. Even then you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you? That's because our passionate souls scream for moe. That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power. Tomita-kun, if I win, I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. Ew. That's kinda gross. Not gonna lie. Why would you put a collar on a child? A red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. Also Okamura-kun. I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Hello? I mean, what's with his fetish with the collar and leash thing? It's kinda weird. Blood erupted from the vein in Okamura's forehead. Don't be shy. Just pretend I forced you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to Mayabara-senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives. So to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves. Chase your dreams. Fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will. It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. Mayabara-san! Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke to my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 faithful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these two. It's fine then. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over. It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit and all the spectators certain of my loss. Keiichi-san, what happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did you say? Exactly how did you overcome that situation? There's no need to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir. The two of them stifling tears of gratitude answered. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during these 3 minutes the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage. You did it, Keiichi-kun, yay! Spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle. What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know. Hey, she's a nice woman. Don't talk bad about her. I'll fuck you up. There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd who couldn't help but be excited out of the corner of my eye. Now fully awakened and in my battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. So this is what it means for me to be serious. Mion. Now it's time to die. You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion. With this, all our club members have cleared the first round then. Which means this time it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided what I'm gonna buy with the prize money. That's only natural, right? Satoko and Rena smiled, sneered, at each other. These guys, do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maebara when he gets serious? Mion, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have offered me advice just now. I've been reawakened. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion. Light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed. What are you doing, Mion-chan? How are the 5 of us going to face off? How? Well now, we have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things. Mia's saying something complicated again. It couldn't be why you. Mion's hair elegantly flowed, almost like a cape, as she turned her back toward the table. Oh, that's nice. That's actually a good description there. It's the first time they've actually ever really described Mion in a good light. Thank God, hopefully that's a sign of things to come. As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everyone from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair even for you, Mion-san. You newborn. Do you still not realize what has happened? The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier stopping Satoko's advance. We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other club members did great too. That new guy, Maebara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Maebara-san, you've got to win. Yeah, I'll dunk someone like Mion headfirst into the river Styx for you. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita and Okamura and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated Empress. That's whose my money's on. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's gonna be Reno with that ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Mayabara. They're not gonna lie, I would love Mayabara to win, and then I get to input what happens to Mion. Because I would love that. That would be nice. That would be... Great times would be had then. However, right now I had no ear of those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't gonna forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion. If you're the club president, don't run. Fight me. 1v1 me, bro. Sorry, Keiichi-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits. How does that work? What the fuck? Is that a real thing? Yeah. While you were playing your game, Mii-chan received a phone call. It's too bad. It was just getting good too. Not our lucky day. They're getting a crush at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the register, so he called for me for help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store. But whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen, limit 1 per customer. I was a little surprised. You'd never think this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short while ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. I'm fine with that. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn, Mion, she really knows how to fire people up. She gets me fired up. Me too. I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there. It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do about it. But it really is too bad. I really want to continue this other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival? The cotton drifting 5-demon firefight. That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi festival? Cotton drifting 5-demon what? I love it when things turn out all over the top in manga light. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you everyone for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yashiro. Isn't there a little something for me too? You know, some of that good stuff. My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there was a cute little stuffed animal inside. Wow, they're so cute. Can I take them home? I really can. Which means there's something for me too. Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd used to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too? Kei-chan got the one that fits in the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is, I'd rather want the real thing. If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow. Definitely. Mion didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead. Wow, what a fucking asshole. Come on, man, she didn't get anything. I mean, that's just common sense. Keep it fair. Because if everyone else got one, give her one. Don't give Rena two when she already has one. Come on, man. That's just being an asshole. That's just rude. Fucking asshole. Keiichi, I hope you get killed again. Which I imagine is gonna happen. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you. Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. No doubt, no doubt. Thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's better that you're a girl. If you were a boy, I would have killed you already. You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it. Oh, good God. That's dark. Wow. Knowing this game, that's really fucked up, actually. Like, if that was any other game, it'd be like, okay, she's joking. She might be serious. Should have given her the fucking doll, man. Or just not been an asshole to her. See, this is when you need the visitor store and just keep buying a bunch of random shit for her. At least that's what I would do, just to screw with her. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everyone laughed heartily along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. I'll also have him make me a boy. Then together the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. See, she wants to be together with me. I'm okay with that. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things. Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work. Everyone waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting. The breeze carried a hint of chill. Should we play for a bit more in town? Sure, why not? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. We sure did. Okay, let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Rena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Rena gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. It was because the cards were so cute. See? I bought them. How? Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Satoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Ho ho ho. Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's the strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seemed to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? You made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okumura. It's probably a secret. A secret. Oh, I wonder what it is, I wonder. Sometimes for a man, those are things we can only understand one another by fighting. Wahahaha. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. Yeah, that'd be awkward to bring up around those two. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna pimp you guys out once I win. After that, everyone continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was. Everybody look, the sunset is beautiful. Satoko, even getting more excited, pointed, waiting while where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows on us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. That's nice. I still would have stayed in town, just to screw around, visit Mion at her shop, take up the line, you know, that kind of stuff. But Keiichi's not the brightest tool in the box. Who's Mion's uncle? Game Masters. Yeah, that's life. So that's what they were playing, basically? Yep, sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job in my own uncle's shop. What's that? No club today, then? Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in an apology and grinned. If you really want to do club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. And this looks a little different from last games. Like back, well, I don't know, it looks different to me. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom. How the fuck does she get it in there? No, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, something inside will come tumbling down on me. Everything. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Mion gave me a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. The teacher is looking for the key to the gym store's house. Do you have any idea where it could be? Yeah? Oops. Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pockets. What pockets? She's wearing a skirt. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but still had it in her pocket. I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have had the one who had it. It must have been the one who had it. I was right too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're so annoying. Slap clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed to the teacher's lounge. Alright, have you two heard? Mion has a part-time job and that's why she's not coming to club. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. Me. The two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 times in a row, then not go for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. She isn't? Does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory? Yeah, that's not it. I couldn't imagine such a thing. Mion-san helps her uncle, well, whenever their employees go on vacation. She's like a handyman. Oh, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place. I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mi is in very high demand. Yes, she is. Not just for the job. She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them. Oh, you were unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-sans and Okinomiya who run their own stores. Huh? I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds. Yes. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy shop we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Is Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing. There are lots of others like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel. What the fuck? What? Does she work at those places? Because I'll go to each and every one of them waiting to see her. What I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay, a couple weird things came up that time, but still. I have a lot of things I'm gonna do whenever she says she has a job to go do. I could tell it was pretty intense. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh? That explains that. Once I completely forgot to pay Michan back for money. She gave me to go shopping, and she threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district and that would be the end of me. Wow. Wow. Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Wow, that's dark. Wow. Oh crap, my nosebleed. Dude, what the fuck? That's dark. Don't say that's hot. No, that's gross. She's like 12. Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard. Oh, she doesn't get it. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seemed so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Huh? Why are you patting me on the head? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. How does Rika know about it then? What the fuck? Come on now. This is all kinds of fucked up. I still wanna visit her when she goes to those strip clubs and brothels though. That'll be fun.